Two deadly stabbings in just 24 hours. The latest incident this morning at the Kroger distribution center where a man was stabbed to death. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Skurlock. Greg is off tonight. This comes on the heels of another fatal stabbing in East Memphis on Christmas Day. WREG's Alan Self covers both incidents, speaking with neighbors as they express their concerns and relatives who are heartbroken.
Kobe got into it with a dude over football, and they got to tussling, and the man pulled out the knife and stabbed him once in the thigh, 3 times in his stomach, and cut his throat.
Memphis police are investigating a stabbing at the Kroger distribution center that left one man dead. Officers responded to a call just after 9 this morning and found the victim, 38-year-old Jacoby Hobson. A police spokeswoman confirmed Hobson died from multiple stab wounds. One man has been detained in connection to the stabbing. This incident comes just hours after another deadly stabbing in East Memphis. On Christmas Day, officers responded to a man-down call on East Mallory Avenue and found one male victim suffering from stab wounds. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Witnesses described the chaotic scene with a stranger approaching a family gathering, bleeding, and eventually collapsing in their backyard. I was in the back when he walked up dripping blood. He didn't say anything, he was just dripping blood all over the place. This type of stuff isn't good for kids. It's celebration time with family and kids around. The suspect in this case was seen fleeing in a light-colored SUV. Watkins says her cousin Jacoby Hobson is a football coach, a father, and a husband who loved his family very much.
We just had a great time at my granddad's house, a great time. Like I said, he was big on family. He was big on family. When his son got drafted, when one of his baby boys, Chop, just got drafted for Ole Miss, and he chose them. He wanted everybody there at his side, and like he was great.
For your news leader, I'm Alan Self, WREG News Channel 3.
Two senseless losses this holiday season, and Kroger released a statement saying in part that we are deeply saddened by the loss of an associate and tragic incident that occurred at the Memphis distribution center.
Breaking news in the San Gabriel Valley, a triple homicide is under investigation.
Police say there is no threat to the public and a person of interest has been detained. KTLA's Aaron Myers live for us this morning in Baldwin Park with the latest from investigators. And what exactly are you learning, Aaron?
Good morning, Megan. We know that there was some kind of disturbance that was reported at a home here in Baldwin Park. And when investigators arrived, they found 3 people, 2 females and a male, dead inside a home, suffering from stab wounds. Now, you can see they do still have the area blocked off, the crime tape there, and then Baldwin Park Police Patrol vehicle here keeping an eye on the neighborhood as investigators continue going through that home. Now, we can get into some video from last night. Shortly after they arrived at the scene, Baldwin Park Police, they received a call for this disturbance in the neighborhood shortly before 7 last night. We're told officers arrived very quickly in about 5 minutes and saw someone in a vehicle in the driveway of a home. That home is located on the 4700 block of Bogart Avenue, not far from Cabot Place. Detectives say the person in that vehicle accelerated quickly out of the driveway as police arrived and crashed in a cul-de-sac. That person, a male, has been detained and is being called a person of interest. Once inside the home, investigators found 3 people, 2 females and a male, suffering from multiple stab wounds. All 3 of the victims were pronounced dead at the scene. Currently, we do not know the ages or identities of the victims. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department is assisting the Baldwin Park Police with the investigation. Authorities have not said what the relationship between the victims and the person of interest may be, saying they can't confirm if this is a domestic incident at this time. Investigators, though, did have this to say about the person of interest's connection to the home.
It's safe to say that this was not a random target, a random act of violence, that there is an association, but that's what we need to determine during the investigation. What's the relationships and the association, which I don't know right now, but it's not a random act that would pose any danger to the community.
We are trying to get more information about what possibly led up to this deadly stabbing incident, the motive behind it. Anyone, though, with any information is encouraged to contact the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. Reporting live here in Baldwin Park, I'm Aaron Myers. Megan, Eric, I'll send it back to you.
Down to Milwaukee, where police say 2 teens were shot and killed this Christmas morning. It happened on the city's south side near 37th and Scott. Our Durante Matthews is in the newsroom with what neighbors and loved ones are saying.
Yeah, Bria, police say a 15-year-old and an 18-year-old were both killed this morning. Tonight, a mother to one of the victims tells me she wants her son's killer found, while neighbors say they're still shaken up. A chaotic scene on Christmas morning.
It's terrifying. I mean, it's not something you see every day.
Police say just before 11:30, someone fired shots into a car with teenagers inside. It happened near 37th and Scott.
You heard like 15 gunshots and then a crash.
Neighbors say that car then crashed into another car before ending up on someone's porch. They say they came outside and found something much worse.
There was a 15-year-old male laying on the sidewalk.
She says there was also an 18-year-old woman shot in the back seat. Police say the 18-year-old died at the hospital and the 15-year-old died on scene.
It was sad. You hear the parents crying for their kids, and there's nothing they can do about it, especially on Christmas.
That 15-year-old's mother tells me her son was Exio Rivera. She says he was in the car with two people he knew Wednesday morning. She was too upset to go on camera, but she says her son loved basketball, video games, cooking, and his family.
It's just sucky that people do stuff like that to such young kids.
Neighbors told me off camera they saw two males running away from the scene after the shooting. Those who were outside just minutes before the shooting say the whole situation was traumatic and they want the violence to stop, saying the incident literally hit too close to home.
It could have been me and my daughter if we didn't make it inside in time. We could have been collateral damage for all we know.
And police say they need your help in tracking down those responsible. If you have any information on what may have happened, officers want to hear from you right away. Reporting live in the newsroom, Durante Matthews, Fox 6 News.